Peace. Infinite Waters diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers. We are out here in the heart of nature with a cat down the road. There's no place I'd rather be than with the birds, bees, leaves, and trees. It's a beautiful day. Are you thankful, deep divers, for another day? Let's breathe. Orgasm. You got to do better than that, deep divers. Let's go. That was beautiful. Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Raising the frequency. Raising the vibration. Take that, take that, take that. Good ass energy I'm sending you, deep divers of planet Earth. Another great day. I hope you're taking care of yourself, deep divers. I hope you're focusing on yourself. I hope you're getting your butt into nature. You've been missing the sun, haven't you? I'm FaceTiming you right now, deep divers. If you are watching this video, this is your confirmation your breakthrough is coming. All you have to do is give thanks. I want everybody to hit that like button right now. If you support the real, hit that like button right now. If you support the truth, hit that like button right now. I'll wait. We are in the middle of a paradigm shift. But you don't hear me though. I said, wait a minute. It's starting to feel like that old Infinite Waters again, deep divers. We are in the middle of a paradigm shift. But you don't hear me though. Can you feel the shift, deep divers? Can you feel like the whole entire world changing? So many things are happening right now, deep divers, and we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? I was in a health food shop yesterday, deep divers. A guy said, "Oh my gosh, Infinite Waters, thank you so much for your videos. They've changed my entire life." He said, a long time ago, I didn't know anything about this. I was fast asleep, but I went along my own awakening journey, Ralph, and all of a sudden, I can see clearly. I can see through this illusion, this Maya. And thanks to you, Ralph, and other people, we've already won. Slow motion this side. And I told him, yes, we have already won because the hidden is coming to light. We are in the middle of a paradigm shift because so many people are waking up from the dream spell, from the illusion, from the Maya. Many people are now realizing we are spiritual beings having a human experience. That's the good news. Many people are now realizing we've been lied to, hoodwinked, bamboozled. Many people are realizing that we came here to be free. We're in the middle of a paradigm shift right now, deep divers, because so much is happening. The energy is different. A lot of people are starting to wake up to the truth of who they really are. We're in the middle of a paradigm shift. Can you take a look at what's happening in Iran? Mahsa Amini, the protest that her death caused, and so much is happening. There's an awakening on a global scale happening. People are now waking up to who they really are. They're now saying, wait a minute, something is not right on the planet. In the words of Ralph Smart, we live in a world so fake, the truth actually scares people. Slow motion this side. So, a lot of people are remembering who they really are. Do you know the name of this channel, Deep Divers, before it was Infinite Waters? I'll wait. Oh, you got it. Kemet Prince 1, right? Kemet is the name of Egypt, right? The Kemites, right? And what really helped me wake up, what really helped me to wake up along my journey was realizing that it all goes back to ancient Egypt. It all goes back to those pyramids. Now, shout out to people like Graham Hancock, who's really enlightening people with his wisdom. When you remind yourself to this day, right? To this day, a lot of people don't realize that there's a pyramid code. And when you take a look at the Great Pyramid of Giza, you realize that to this day, they still can't replicate it. But inside the Great Pyramid of Giza, you have the dimensions of this planet itself. 43,200. When you multiply the height of the Great Pyramid by 43,200, you get the polar radius of the Earth. When you multiply the perimeter of the Great Pyramid, by 43,200, what do you get, deep divers? You get the equatorial circumference of the Earth. Slow motion this side. Why is that important, Ralph? Well, let me tell you why it's important, deep divers, because that number 432 is linked to the golden ratio. And there's a reason why Joseph Goebbels, right? In the Nazi Party, World War II, changed the tuning from A432 hertz to A440 hertz. 8 hertz difference, but it's a perceptible difference. I'm a guitarist of over 15 years. I used to play at 440 hertz. I realized didn't feel right. But I kept playing at 440 hertz. And all of the music you listen to is at A440 hertz. I tuned it to 432 hertz one day. And guess what? I felt calmer, looked 17. Oh, deep divers, you're so kind, right? So we got to remind ourselves 2.3 million blocks of granite stone. That's what the Great Pyramid comprises of. Its mass weight, 6 million tons. 2.5 million blocks of granite stone. When we remind ourselves that there's so much we don't know, lost civilizations. Zechariah Stitchin talks about the Anunnaki. Even in the Bible, they talk about the Nephilim, giants walking the earth. Go to South Africa, Adam's calendar, right? Go to England, Stonehenge. All around this world, you have megalithic sites. And to this day, we don't know how they were built, how they got here. They told you that slaves built the pyramids. That's a lie. Because to this day, they don't know how they were built. So this is the reason why we're in the middle of a paradigm shift. Why? Because people are realizing your history is wrong. History means his story. It's not yours. Slow motion this side. John Anthony West. Shout out to John Anthony West. Shout out to Dr. Phil Valentine as well. John Anthony West was one of the first researchers to show that actually the Sphinx is not 4,500 years old because of the weather erosion. Okay, this is what they're not telling you. It most likely is over 10,000 years old. Could be 20,000 years old because the last time it rained in that region, that Sahara, was a long, long time ago. Over 15,000 years ago. We're in the middle of a paradigm shift because people are now realizing they've been lied to. Even the map you're looking at is a lie. Even how big you thought continents were are a lie. Did you know, deep divers, that India, USA, Eastern Europe, most of Europe, USA, right? China, all of that can fit inside of Africa and more. 1/5 of the landmass of the entire planet. But when you look at the map, it seems like Africa is so small. No, Africa is so big. But that's part of the illusion they tell you, that it's a small continent, right? So we've got to remind ourselves there's a big illusion happening and it's time to wake up. And thank goodness we're in the middle of a paradigm shift because people are waking up even during the pandemic, and it's still going on, right? Because COVID isn't over, even though it seems like things are back to normal, World Cup going on and all of these things, but it's not over. But the pushback is the reason why it ended, right? The pushback is the reason why you don't have to wear a face mask now to go into the supermarket or on a plane, right? But it's not over. But the reason why it did come to a grinding halt is because people said, no, I am choosing my humanity over this artificial insanity. Slow motion this side. I am choosing my freedom over the slavery. I'm choosing the love over the fear. And this is the reason why we're in the middle of a paradigm shift. I told you, something is not right with the youth. You saw what happened with everything that's been going on in the world with the youth, the music, takeoff from the Migos getting taken out because so many people are on demon time, right? And this is the reason why we're in the middle of a paradigm shift, because the old way is coming to an end. And anytime a civilization is breaking down, you will see the entire collapse of the civilization. People are no longer trusting the governments, the politicians, and that's the reason why you're seeing a crumbling of society itself. I made a video, tipping point. We've reached the tipping point. We've already hit the iceberg. This is not the Titanic. We've already hit the iceberg, deep divers. What was that? What was that? The paradigm shift. That's what it was. And that means everything, the world as you know it, is coming to an end. That's why they're talking about a great reset, 2030, you will own nothing and be happy, because they know it's already finished with. And that's the reason why you have to pay attention that we're in the middle of a paradigm shift. People are no longer being in a state of hope-gnosis. They're saying, wait a minute, I'm going to take matter into my own hands. I'm homeschooling my children. I'm taking matter into my own hands. I'm learning about agriculture, 7-Day Vegan Challenge. I'm learning how to grow my own fruits and vegetables. We're in the middle of a paradigm shift. A lot of people are saying, wait a minute, I refuse to be a zombie. I refuse to be an automaton. Because what happened to Shaquilla Robinson? And justice will be made for Shaquilla Robinson. Go and watch those videos I made, right? Her so-called friends beat her up to death. And this is the reason why we're in the middle of a paradigm shift, because even the youth are sick, because there's no guidance from the parents, from the society. And that's why they're doing devilish things. This is the reason why we're in the middle of a paradigm shift, because the whole entire society is breaking down. But you don't hear me though. Oh, deep divers, we're in the middle of a paradigm shift. Can you feel the shift? So when you remind yourself that right now, people are starting to remember who they really are, who we are, there's a lost chapter from our human history. Was it Damian Marley who said, they told you that we evolved from apes, but how come the apes haven't changed? Slow motion this side. Shout out to Damian Marley. Shout out to Bob Marley, who gave that great energy to the planet through his music. One love, right? And that's what it's all about. This is why we're in the middle of a paradigm shift, because people are now coming back to the heart space. They've been trying to divide you, separate you through race, religion, nationality. I told you, race is an illusion. We are all one. The reason why race is an illusion, because it was created. That concept of race was created by the German anthropologist Blumenbach in 1796, who needed that to justify the slave trade. But you don't hear me though. Before that point, there was no concept of race. In Africa, you can find people with straight hair, curly hair. You can find lighter skinned people, darker skinned people. I've been to Ethiopia in Toto Mountains, right? You find all kinds of people with different complexions. So in Africa, you'll find everyone, right? So we're all one. And everybody came from Africa. Ethiopia. Lucy is your great, 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 great grandmother. Deep divers, you better put some respect on Lucy's name. We're in the middle of a paradigm shift, deep divers, because Babylon is finished. It's collapsing. This whole entire system was built on a house of cards and is coming crashing down. Now, I spoke of the youth, right? This TikTok generation. The youth have no guidance because they know that you've lied to them. Why should they trust you? And that's the reason why a lot of the youth are on these apps like TikTok just dancing around, because they know it's all a meme. Society is a meme. It's a big joke. But also the symbolism of TikTok is that TikTok time is running out. TikTok, the clock, time is running out, it's finished. So everything is symbolism. We're in the middle of a paradigm shift because the old ways of thinking are coming to an end. How we used to live is no longer sustainable. The Amazon rainforest has been destroyed. 20% of it is gone. And this is the reason why we're in the middle of a paradigm shift, because many people, Mr. Attenborough, right? David Attenborough does these BBC programs. He said, hey, we have to remind ourselves millions of species are getting extinct every single year. We're on the cusp of the 6th mass extinction, but you don't hear me though. Right? Topsoil is getting destroyed and eroded. In the next 50 years, most of the topsoil is going to be gone. You ain't going to have breakfast. It's because of humanity's greed. And this is the reason why we're in the middle of a paradigm shift, because now people are starting to wake up. I call it the Great Awakening. Now, I told you all around the world, the masses are waking up. I told you about the protests going on in Iran, right? Because of that murder of Mahsa Amini. But let's go back to ancient Egypt. It was a matriarchy. Why? Because the son got the mother's name. Why? Because you had queens, you had goddesses. In essence, it was balance. It was Ma'at, right? Go and find out what that's about. Ma'at. It was based on truth, balance, reciprocity. And that's why it was the golden age. The divine feminine lived with the divine masculine in harmony. That's why they were able to create monuments like the Great Pyramid. They knew about the hidden wisdom, know thyself. They taught the ancient Greeks. Let me tell you this. When Herodotus went to Egypt, he said, oh my gosh, these people are so advanced. And that's what it was, an advanced civilization. Let me tell you this. In this modern day culture, there's been a suppression of knowledge, a suppression of the divine feminine. And that's why people are starting to wake up and say, wait a minute, we need balance. In the great words of Nikola Tesla, if you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. We're in the middle of a paradigm shift because people are now realizing that's how we've been controlled for a long time, through energy, frequency, and vibration. The media programs you. The TV lies to you. The news lies to you. And now people are starting to wake up and think for themselves. This is the Great Awakening. Thank goodness. There's a reason why they only show you bad news, trauma, because that's the state they want you in. Bad news, death, destruction, war, Russia, Ukraine, this, that, to keep you on a low frequency. But you see, people are now getting smarter than the box they were put inside. They're now escaping the prison, because it's a prison matrix that the inorganic ones want to trap you in. And that's the good news. We're in the middle of a paradigm shift, because many people are starting to listen to great minds, people like Terence McKenna, who said, culture is not your friend. Society is not your friend. You got to learn how to think for yourself. And the great Terence McKenna would talk about psychedelics, psilocybin, all of these things. People are now saying, actually, this is why a lot of ancient civilizations, the Sumerians, ancient Kemites, Egyptians, they were taking psychedelics. They were able to see that what we see with our two eyes is not the whole truth. We are only seeing less than 0.035% of the electromagnetic spectrum. We are practically blind in the universe. But you don't hear me though. Slow motion this side. Hit that like button, deep divers, because we're going in. Hit that like button, deep divers, because we're going in. I'll wait. It's a beautiful day in nature. I'll wait. Hit that like button right now, deep divers, because we're going in. Let me tell you this. We're in the middle of a paradigm shift, because people are now realizing we are the co-creators of our own reality. When you wake up and realize that you can live any life you want, you can live your best life, you can do a little samba, baby. No one is in your way except you. You are a powerful co-creator, and you can manifest any reality you want. This is why we're in the middle of a paradigm shift, because we're moving out of the victim mindset into the creator mindset. And this is the reason why we're in the middle of a paradigm shift. People all over the world are saying, actually, we got to come together. We got to unite. We got to create the new earth. And that's what's happening. I've been living in the new earth for a long time. I'm in the 5D. I'm in the 5th dimension, and it's beautiful, as you can see. Come and join me, deep divers. We're in the middle of a paradigm shift, because people are leaving the 3D and they are now entering the 5D. The 5th dimension is showing us that anything is possible. Is showing us that our thoughts create our reality. Is showing us that everything is connected. And many people are now getting this realization, and that's why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Beautiful, deep divers. Hit that like button. Share the video. You want me to go live? Just say, go live, Ralph. Let's breathe. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Go and check out the new book, Deep Divers, for more powerful, life-changing information just like this. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/the book. The Bible of becoming your greatest version. Also, go and get the good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. You're a sexy ass model, woo, with a whole lot of heart. You want to model the clothing? Well, go and buy some. Deep divers, they tried to bury us. They forgot we were seeds. I love all of you. One love. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You! Once again, hit that like button, deep divers. Share the video. Leave a comment down below of love and appreciation. And let me know how this video inspired you to become your greatest version. One love. Peace.